Yeah, I think there's going to be a good amount that'll sign up.
Scabs?
Life away.
So this is basically
No,
like
I think,
scabs that are going to cross the picket line?
You're talking about C-level actors. You're talking about, a lot of them are just going to sign up and sign their life away.
That's very scary, though. And again, that goes back to another conversation that we have frequently here, financial literacy and understanding the value of your IP, the value of your likeness, the value of your thoughts and your ideas, especially.
It's only worth what someone will pay you. You can think you're worth whatever
until
but it's
you
only
can.
Worth
but
what
guess what, Len?
When
When you finally manifest that and you get to that place, and they own your likeness, and they can come in and they can shut you down, and they can ask for a piece. They can try to control whatever you're outputting. Like, that's a very scary and a very real situation. Or you work for another company, and anything that you create underneath that umbrella then belongs to them.
Well, I don't know that that's the case. I mean, when they say own your likeness, I think they mean using it for future.
But that means they can literally
film.
sell you. No, they can use you for a future film. They can sell you into a B-roll company if they wanted to. It's almost like having not masters, but if I own all of these people, I have this massive collection.
This is the music industry.
of headshots.
This is the music industry. I mean, people own other people's portfolios, other people's songs. They own that.
Mm-hmm.
Who bought the Beatles?
Well, Michael Jackson
bought it. Who owns it now?
Paul McCartney bought it back.
Yeah. So he owns that catalog. So they're just essentially trying to catalog the actors' likeness. So they're just essentially trying to catalog the actors' likeness.
But do you know how many? But we've gotten better though, Len. So as you say that, yes, that used to really be the case back in the day, right? And then as artists have become more aware of the importance of owning their material, of owning their likeness, of owning their work, more artists fight to own their masters. We just saw Taylor Swift go through it, right? Mm-hmm. And literally her masters got sold to basically her arch enemy, her main nemesis in Scooter Braun and whatever. And so what has she done? She has gone back into the studio and is re-recording all of her music over again to own the masters of this set because she understands the value of that. Dolly Parton had the opportunity to have Elvis record I Will Always Love You. Elvis never recorded anything without owning the masters to it, without owning it outright. Dolly said, go yourself. She didn't say that because she's Dolly Parton. She wouldn't tell Elvis himself. But she was like, nah, I'm good. So he never recorded the song. Thank God, because fast forward 25 years, Whitney Houston does The Bodyguard, and it's literally the best-selling song of all time or whatever, or one of them. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important to remind people, and it's scary because, yes, there are some starving artists out there right now that'll be like, fuck it. And what are they going to pay Joe Schmo from Little Rock? Nothing. They're giving established artists 13 cents an episode. What do you think you're going to get for your likeness? Nobody even knows who you are. And they're going to say that to you, and they're going to chip them down. They're going to take nothing, and the next thing you know, he becomes the next Brad Pitt and friggin' who owns him?
Without you say 13 cents an episode, but you have to. I mean, you've sat through the end of a movie and watched the credits.
Mm-hmm.
So all of those people, writers, producers, they all get a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gets a piece. That's the movie industry, right? So
executive producers get a piece because those are the money people.
Too. I think producers too. I think writers. I think all the creatives in the entire.
I don't think the people that work for the sound. I mean, there's a lot of names on there. The big names that run across the screen in the very beginning. I don't think that.
I'd be curious to know.
I don't think that the sound people and the special effects people get it.
It seems like a very big pie, but it's cut into a lot of pieces. A lot of pieces. So when you say somebody's getting 13 cents an episode, I mean, it's look at Friends or Seinfeld. They've played 1.5 million times. All these things play so much that sometimes a little bit adds up.
Yeah, but again, I don't. with those more traditional deals, that I think is a big fat check that you get in the beginning. And then, for however long it lasts there. That's why, again, like I said, it's kind of like the Howard Stern deals with Sirius, right? Like every few years, Howard's contract comes up and he gets another $250 million, one less day a week that he has to work.
Scarlett Johansson just had a huge
Well, that was the Disney fight that she had.
Yeah. Huge fight because they released her movie and she took all the money on the back end.
Well, yeah, they released it straight to the streaming service and
because
not
it was
theaters.
COVID.
Yeah,
yeah.
But they also pushed back other films.
It went into theaters, but yeah.
No, that was the whole deal.
Black Widow was in theaters,
but it was released to streaming on the same exact day.
Yes.
Like so, it went to both platforms.
Yes.
As opposed to them just holding it. Look at what happened with Top Gun Maverick. Tom Cruise fought, Paramount held off, and $1 billion film. Mm-hmm. Not saying that Black Widow would have done that, but we already know what those movies do. She knew what that movie was worth, and a lot of them took back-end deals. She knew what that movie was worth, and a lot of them took back-end deals. So, because that became the lucrative thing. Nestor and I were talking about that. You had the Will Smiths of the world, the Rocks. Tom Cruise is probably one of the guys that started that, just because when you start to realize, okay, I could ask for $50 million and get it, but why not take the 20, leave them extra room to bring in other actors. I know this film is going to be a hit because it's me, right? And I'm going to eat off of DVD sales. And again, like you said, off of syndication and it going on this service and on that service and overseas and blah, blah, blah. And they made money. It's why these guys are worth $500 million. But again, I'm not mad at coming back to the drawing board and trying to reestablish boundaries and make sure that people are paid what they're worth. And that's the other problem. Like you said it, there's a lot of people that are employed by Hollywood. Right. And if everything is going into this streaming space where nobody's eating, like that's what a lot of these working actors and creators are saying. They're like, I can't pay my rent. I can't do this. I can't do that. And these are established people. And so when you're used to making this amount of money and then all of a sudden, like I said, there's the wild, wild west, like, and the money just all of a sudden dries up. Like what happens? It's not okay. You have to look out. Like you have to look out for your people.
Entertainment in general is changing because people are entertained by social media a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people who sit on their couch at night scrolling through Instagram and TikTok and Facebook rather than watching a show.
There are, but they tried that. Do you remember they tried that thing called Tubi? Do you remember? Like, it was like right at the beginning of COVID. It was supposed to be this very short form. It was a short form streaming platform where everything was like 5, 10, 15 minutes. My kid never
watches TV. My kid only watches YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They only watch YouTube. That's all they watch. They don't watch anything else. Netflix. My daughter watches Netflix.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all they watch. So they don't turn on the TV. And if they do turn on the TV, it's only to watch a movie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but there's obviously some kids that are watching because a lot of this is like YA content that's coming out on Netflix and on Hulu, and it's doing extremely well. You have the Selena Gomez's, you have certain artists that are crossing over into the acting space where they started in music, or this whole Disney generation, the Nickelodeon generation, of child actors that are growing up and are getting back into, they were child actors and they became musicians and now they're going back to the acting thing. I mean, I don't think that it's ever going to completely die or go away. I think people like to be entertained. I would like to see more people, go to the actual movies.